Hello, this is Transformers Fan G138, and I'm here with a video review of Transformers Titanium Series Rodimus Prime. And honestly, I got him because he is Rodimus Prime. Yeah, don't really love him. He's okay. I really do like how the feet fold up in this one, or the legs fold up, and I'll get into that in the transformation. I'm not even going to do the transformation, but I will show off the legs because I think they're really cool. He's got no wasted space in him. He's got this big void back here, but it's not like the original where you had this whole chunk of extra plastic. This whole thing is the Transformer. So it's pretty nice. Yeah. So, basically, yeah, I guess I will do the transformation. So he's big, heavy, and metal. He's got his 3 wheels. He actually rolls surprisingly well for being a Titanium Series Transformer. The wheels are nice and loose, and I guess that's what really helps it out. So he does remind me of Rodimus. I mean, his front looks a little too cartoonish and not really serious enough. But, it works. I do like the way they redesigned this front, though. I really do like how these are here and this is here. I kind of like it. I just wish it wasn't metal and it fit together and worked a little bit better. Just like the other Titanium series I reviewed. Well, we'll start off with the transformation with bringing these feet up and pulling out the weapon. I'll set this aside. I'll talk about that later. Bend this up. His waist here is pops off a lot because it's just a plastic slider piece in there, so it doesn't work particularly well. Because you got to really hold it because that turns. Once you're at this stage, you pull up here, down, up, and lock that into place. Rotate the head around. Rotate this whole assembly back here. Fold out these fins. Rotate the arms around. Pull them down. Push out the hand. Do the same thing on the other side. Now this is what I think is so cool. It's the legs. The entire trailer basically turns into legs by just folding over. And I just think that's such a step up from the original. Like, I really like to see this as a more well done trailer version, because this whole thing is literally folded up into his legs, so he doesn't suffer from these legs. So just a quick comparison. He's got his flames, his Autobot symbol, his head, his wings, his boots. Yeah, he's got his guns. So it's definitely Rodimus Prime, and it works well. The only problem is it's like he's always looking down, although he spent half his time depressed, so I guess it works. I don't particularly like that. So you can, if you want, bend it a little bit and mess with it. But I don't like how the chest sticks out literally above the knee line. If you get him angled right, he's not too terrible. It's just finding that angle. So he's actually got a decent chunk of motion within him. He's got his knee joint. However, it is limited here due to this piece of plastic. Outstretched like that, it fits perfectly fine. They should have just cut that piece right off, because there's already a chunk missing there. What would a little bit more? Would anybody really notice it in that mode? Really? So with that being there, it kind of blocks it. And this whole assembly up here unpegs at the waist and is just a terrible upper body, in my opinion. I love the legs, I like the whatnot, but they really did need to redesign the entire upper body. And I realize they're designing this around the metal parts, and therefore it has limitations, but I really wish the limitations did not interfere with the figure. So he's got a joint here, which sounds really weird. So you got a pretty decent range of motion there. It does have this motion, but is somewhat limited due to the wheel on his hip. You know, so he does have a waist swivel, as you just saw it, pegs on. Be very careful when this isn't plugged in, because you may pop it off. So, we'll move on to arms. If you want to move him, pinch him basically like this so his chest doesn't come off. He's got motion here. He's got a little bit of motion here due to transformation. He's got a joint here on the arm. It's nice, and a built-in swivel. It's pretty nice. So, you know, he's not bad at all. I usually keep him in vehicle mode because that's my favorite mode of this guy. You know, he does come with a stand, which I recently put away, so I don't have it with me, and I wasn't going to go digging through the box for it. So, yeah. So, it's not bad, you know. He's okay. I wasn't really thrilled with either of the Titanium series Transformers I got. I think if they did this in a deluxe size plastic toy, it would have been much, much better rather than the Titanium. That's just my opinion. So now his weapon, which I promised I'd get into a little bit. So it's got this ridiculously long peg. It's got a chunk of paint missing from it. It's rubber, so the paint flakes off pretty easily. The whole thing is like red soft plastic painted. I don't know why they didn't mold it black to start with. So that fits in his hand, and it's kind of weird, but I guess it works. It's proportionately small. However, it does resemble the original gun a little bit. So there's a little comparison. It's got the stock, it's got the fins that come out, much smaller on this one to fit inside him. You know, the barrel, I do like the silver paint apps on this. It's okay, but, you know, it's okay. That's all I can say. It's an okay toy, maybe not worth the original price of $15, but not bad. It's not terrible. I've seen deluxe toys a lot worse than him, and I've seen a lot that are much, much, much better than him. As far as the Titanium series, though, none of them were very stellar. And that pretty much concludes my video review. If you have any questions about the figure, please post a comment down below. If you have any requests for video reviews, send me a message or post in the comments down below, and I will do the review for you. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.